I'm pretty sure holding the charge on that doesn't make it do more damage.
Oh, Bonnie! Oh shit! It's a confirm. It's a hard ass confirm. Oh god! This is bullshit! What the fuck?
Like, I'm gonna show you a secret.
Yeah.
Like, get up here. Oh, I can't push you, I'm sad.
No, you can't.
I have not found one of those yet. I don't know how it works.
Kakarot, help! I'm stuck in a tree!
Just let go!
Oh god! We're not gonna worry about that. We're not gonna worry about this little issue that I'm running into. We're not gonna worry about it. Ultra! Good, I'm out. Ah, Jesus! Ah! Right, I'm remembering how bad the melted gun is. Not bad. I freaking pumped like 4 rounds in this thing and I actually.
Look, see, it's not bad.
Yeah, Jack, let's go beat the shit out of those bored assholes. Motherfucker!
Hopefully I'll get invaded at the time.
Hopefully.
Are you being a horse?
Go ahead, hit me, mother crazy!
I didn't mean to do that.
Fuck! That was a big ass gecko. That's a big ass gecko looking at me. I gotta get out of here. Oh god! I don't mean it! I don't mean it! So I'm scared right now. Oh no! It's gonna kill me! Ah! No! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, man! You're coming at me pretty fast! I'm out of here! Sonic speed! I see you in there! Lost.
You have reached famous status.
Famous. All those times Twitch asked me if I wanted to be famous and it finally paid off. We did it. We're here, performing for you. I need to... Okay. I can fix this. Don't you worry. Oh, just... Fudge. What's the difference? Oh, that totally didn't just blow fire onto my stand. That would have been really dumb of me to let that happen. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hello, friend. I am sorry. We had 1,000,001 questions about rice that needed to be answered right the fuck now. So that took an extra 20 minutes that I didn't expect to take.
Rice?
Yeah. So my mother, bless her heart, has been looking
Okay,
into more.
Was it you talking to your mother about rice?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Right. Cool. So we were looking into cooking a dish, and the question was, or at the very least, it started off as, how many cups of uncooked rice equates to 2 cups of cooked rice? Which, you know, very simple to answer. Very, if you don't know the answer, a 5-second Google search later and you're good. But it blew up into a big 20-minute long ordeal. I had to explain why I was late. I was supposed to be here a half hour ago. In the middle of all that.
In the middle of all of that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Not Andrew. I know, but Andrew's the only one you know by name. Anywho, TLDR, it took way longer than it needed to answer that question, but we figured it out. The rice is getting cooked, and we're all good.
Got it.
Okay. So, I'm going to assume at this point, because I've not been playing this game, and the rest of you have been playing it like it's the next best thing next to crack, that you guys have leveled up all of your classes, and it quite literally does not matter what the fuck I go for anymore.
Yeah, I
Hello?
mean, I'm just here to level stuff up.
Fair enough. All right.
If we want to do 4s, I can do 4s. You want to do 3s to level stuff up? You can do that too. Whatever. I'm ready.
A chapter of salamanders that's all red except for the left arm.
What?
Your armor.
Tech Marines. Look at my shoulder.
I only saw the salamander plate. I didn't know.
Well, if you see an all-red Marine, what would your other thought be?
I mean, look, man. There's some tech marines that are all blue because they're blueberries. Fucking.
They are very customized, yes.
Yeah.
Notoriously the most customized.
Yes. We don't fucking care what's going on. We're gonna do whatever the hell we want. I'm gonna fucking Crimson Fist. Which, by the way, thank you for sending me that video about the one guy playing Crimson Fists. I appreciated it. I red on my helmet a different shade than red on everything else. No, it's not. Why does it look significantly bigger? Okay. Where's Sandblaze?
In the other chat, I guess? For some reason?
We not know after all
Here,
this time.
I'm gonna help him out, because I was just talking to him not 10 seconds ago.
I know he's here. I just saw him walk over here. This fucking guy.
I moved him into the chat, and then he disappeared.
Huh.
What?
The warp took him.
Dude,
We gotta save him from the warp.
what? How?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking.
And now he's muted and deafened. Okay, there he goes.
Oh,
Hello.
alive.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, it automatically switched me to in-game chat.
Oh yeah, because you're on the PlayStation. We're
Yeah.
playing games on the P5th. On the P5th. Anywho, I am not good to go. I picked the wrong preset. I'm wearing the wrong armor. Make this work.
Wait, are you not on the PlayStation?
Not for Discord.
Ah.
All right, let's do it. Let's get in there. I'm down for 3s or 4s.
Start with some 3s. I gotta level up my fucking, what do you call it? Anti-bolt rifle.
So, the rifle with the grenade launcher attachment, is that just like the relic version of that gun?
What? No. It
No.
has a mastercrafted artificer and relic version. Why?
Well, you don't start
just-
with it. How do you get it?
You level up the gun one time.
Okay, cool. So that is just the next step.
Well, yes and no. It's a version of the gun. So,
A mastercraft with a grenade launcher. Okay, perfect.
yeah. Same thing with the bolt carbine, right? The SMG. That has a marksman bolt carbine version where it makes it semi-automatic and it's almost like a stalker bolt rifle instead of being an SMG. Reduces the magazine capacity by 10, but it turns it into a completely different gun.
Okay. Oh, right, everybody joined on me, so I gotta be the button boy. Okay.
Yup.
I don't know, what are we feeling though? 3s or 4s?
I'm down for either. They both give me what I want.
4s, because we're not bitches.
Sounds good to me. Plus, after the patch, they're significantly more manageable.
Oh, yeah. What
Without having to
patch
like
change?
lean forward, lock in, and sweat the whole time.
Well, I mean, it wasn't
Because
difficulty level
one-
4. I feel like you should need it.
Well, they're adding a difficulty level 5, so what do you do after that? After you've leaned forward in your chair and started sweating, where do you go from there?
You continue to lean forward and then face plant the ground.
I feel like that wouldn't be very conducive to victory on a high difficulty.
I feel like you read the Codex Astartes a little too hard.
I feel like you haven't read it enough.
It's more of a suggestion.
It is. It doesn't. Wisdom is wisdom, no matter the source.
Tell that to the Night Lords. I mean, I don't know. Does the Codex Astartes support mental warfare?
There's literally a section in it for psychers, so yes.
Fair enough. There you go. All right.
Your mission is to use the stored promethium in the refinery to destroy the enemy swarm. The Cadians were tasked with providing assistance, but we have since lost contact. First, proceed to the Cadian outpost and establish their fate. You must then infiltrate the refinery and complete demolitions deployment. Trigger detonation only when the main swarm has entered the blast zone.
Oh no, is my bitrate fucking tanking?
Our efforts over blocks. Taking over
Oh man. Doesn't say unstable yet. We're fine. Sure, it'll be fine. All right, let's do this. Oh hey, they updated the HUD elements up there. That's.
Oh yeah, this is your first match since the patch, huh?
Yep.
Alright, so, does anybody have a plasma weapon besides me?
I have a plasma pistol.
Okay, you better use that plasma pistol's charge shot to stop them calling in reinforcements, or we are going to fail this mission.
Fair enough.
Oh, I can just do that. Cool.
Bastard. God of manpower, okay. Oh, you get more interesting with those every time you do that.
Yeah, them calling reinforcements speeds up the wave call times too.
Come here, buddy.
Oh my god.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, cool, that's still a thing.
Hello, my friends. Have you heard of the Wraith Cannon?
It is pretty upsetting. Okay, let's do this. Oh no, brother, we're being assaulted. Oh no, that's just Brother Sam Blaze running through the terrain.
Possible boss spawn up ahead, so just be careful advancing so we don't aggro what's in front of us. Is anything up there?
Or hear me out. Fuck 'em.
No gene seed.
Being able to just duff a Xenos feels pretty fucking satisfying, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that thing got buffed as well. The power attacks are a lot more powerful now.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You got the bottom tree where preparing them takes less time and all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Neurothrope.
Neurothrope, of course. I have 13 rounds. I have 4 charge shots I can use.
I have 2.
Back up.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait to use my charge shots until Sam Blaze, you can scan the thing.
It's scanned.
I'm not gonna get the chance to hit it.
Oh my fucking god.
What happened?
I hate Neurothropes. It hit me with one ball hits you and the other ones just don't miss.
Jack, you'll probably want to get at least decently close to it. Because it does have that phase where it comes down to ground level.
I'm looking at you angrily. Right there, guys.
By all means, keep it marked like that. You'll help me.
Jesus.
Okay, there it goes. Let's get in there.
Doing the screen, get away.
Shit. I'm completely out of ammo. I would have held that until it was at ground level. But it works out.
Asshole, come here. How dare you make me question my character choices, you bastard. Alright, cool. How fucking dare you!
Oh no.
There's a ammo box here.
Oh.
Resources acquired.
And you get back here.
Ah,
I'm coming.
Shall never let battle. Ready to deploy.
If you want a full heal, get close to me. I'll put down a banner for this execute. Fucking awkward little bastard. Oh, motherfucker, I did it on impulse. I'm so sorry.
don't worry, you're not the only one. It's okay. It's better that I use it with a stim anyway, because then I'll get rid of the mortal wound.
That's fair. Okay. He's like, I'm gonna do this thing. Flashing red. Oh.
Speaking of stims, does everybody have one? No, you don't, Jack.
I mean, I have the banner,
should-
so like.
No, there should be a stim up ahead. We can use that to get everybody to full health.
We should have the advantage inside the Imperial encampment.
It.
Stims restore all contested health.
Yep. So if you grab this stim right here, and then you drop your banner for all three of us.
You need to acquire
Okay.
Astra
3,
Militarum
2.
demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see. Alive or
Okay. I get it. Pretty
Yeah.
neat.
only orders, police officer. Officer found. No codes.
I don't know why you felt the need to stand in front of me like that, but it worked out.
I thought you were a little off to my right, sorry.
I kept trying to move so that I wasn't gonna hit you, and then you would move into my way.
Feel my pain.
Brother, down in front. I am in
I
front.
have it leveled heavy to 25 with randoms. I know you're paid, asshole.
Stop that. How dare you think you can call for friends?
The demolition preparations.
This is a very consensual ass beating, okay? You agreed to this the second you set foot on this planet. You read the terms and conditions, didn't you?
I guarantee you the hive mind knows how to read.
Good. No, certainly does.
I was gonna say, there's absolutely no way it doesn't.
honestly, the fucking Tyranids and the Flood are more similar than you think.
That'd be an interesting fight.
That would be an interesting
Oh
fight.
my god.
I
The
think,
Flood would win.
I don't know.
The Flood, listen, the Flood directly co-opt biomass. The Tyranids have to recycle it after the fact. And the more Tyranids there are, the more potential Flood hosts there are.
I mean, the Tyranids also have fuck you, go to the warp.
Well, the thing is too is like, pretty much as soon as what do you call it, the Tyranids devoured some biomass from the Flood, they would what do you call it? They'd basically make all their Tyranids like Sergeant Johnson with his nervous condition where he couldn't be co-opted.
Yeah. And then on top of that, we also have Gene Stealers, which could potentially make the other end
Gene
of
Stealers,
that.
I don't think would work. That's different.
I mean, it would work on the bigger Flood, but not the...
On the combat hosts,
yeah.
maybe.
That would imply that they, like, I don't know, co-opted Space Marines or other Imperial agents
It
up to
wouldn't.
that point.
It wouldn't be a sure thing for either one.
And that's what
Yeah,
makes it so
I
interesting.
think that's fair to say, actually.
Yeah. Because they're both so similar.
And the thing is too is the flood. The
dying.
Flood also require a technology base to move around.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing about the Flood, and like also the thing about Tyranids, is both parties are able to
Lictor.
adapt features of those that they absorb.
Yeah.
So if the Flood manages to get a single Tyranid, this is the thing I don't think you're understanding. Tyranids are not a bunch of different species. They're all the same thing, just in different forms. Which means the Flood infects one Tyranid, and it gets the abilities of any Tyranid. All of them. The only thing is it doesn't know how to use those things because it's not necessarily...
It would
gonna-
only be the Tyranid phenotype that it consumed.
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
Yeah, because
that's
it
how we
also
have the
depends on
Neuralink.
which It also depends on which generation, like the Tyranid is from, as well. Later generation Tyranids or like lower generation Tyranid would be further removed from the central genome of the Norn Queen, which is the original genetic makeup of the Tyranid hive fleet. It's why it's very difficult for the Imperium to build bioweapons against them, because they need to go and find a specimen from the initial stages of the invasion, or more likely from a bioship itself, in order to get the proper genetics to make a bioweapon against them.
Like, for example, in Space Hulk, when with those specific Tyranids, how just fucking massive they were. Those things were old. These things, not so much. Still scary, mind you. Like, still
Well,
a fucking
yeah, it depends on
problem.
like how long the invasion's been going on, which type it is, you know. Usually, you would need like a Hyren's DNA for that, because that's a more complex creature. Like Termagants, Hormagaunts, they're generally speaking more removed from the Tyranid genome, like central Tyranid genome.
Yeah.
It's how it defends itself against biological attack.
But then let's say we have a thing of the Flood that was able to, like, take over the main hive mind. Then we have a problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, then it would
Yeah.
then it would have
but
lost.
This is the thing, is like a single flood spore coming in contact with a Tyranid hive fleet ship ends that fleet ship.
I don't know enough about the Tyranids' connection to the warp and their psychers to have that conversation. Because I think that would be the biggest deciding point.
Well, the Tyranid, the thing of the Tyranid's connection is they're completely connected. They're not individuals. They are just a cell in a body.
Yeah.
It's the same thing like when Lucius the Eternal was killed by the Tyranids, and then like one of the Tyranids thought that he was tasty, and therefore he basically reincarnated as a Tyranid hive fleet. Because the Tyranids are a single being, even though they're visually a swarm of separate ones.
Yeah, but this is the thing that I'm getting at. Is like, yes, you may only get a single Hormigaunt, but whatever, like, you know, spore that Hormigaunt was from, that Flood now has access to everything that was in that spore. That immediately advances them. And it also teaches the Flood hive mind everything about the Tyranids.
Well, I think that's a question of does the Neuralink persist if
That
a
would be the
Tyranid
crux
body
of
is
the-
compromised?
That would be the issue.
What do you call it? The Tyranids can shut off links to creatures.
Yeah,
Because they've done that with like ships that have been infected by like Nurgle plagues, where they'll cut it all, they'll cut it off and then destroy the ship or the units, and then like they've what do you call it? They've made themselves immune to warp plagues before, like magic plagues. Like it's not like an actual biology. It's basically microscopic demons.
Microscopic demons.
Not even a joke.
You're not wrong. That's why I'm laughing.
Which I mean, just go to how well they can, what do you call it, like engineer themselves. On top of that, psychic powers and stuff like that. So it's not like the
Oh my god, mines.
Yep, I see them. That's why like my conversation is like stilted right now because I'm like focusing on the fight.
Yeah, because I think that would be the question. Because you know, even in the
Because
scenario that Flood could take
because
over,
even the
yeah.
Gravemind, like the Flood is like a psychic
Yeah, no,
race as well. You know, it's just, is the Flood used to psychic warfare? Have they had to fight on that plane before? Or are they just so used to just taking over whatever species it is and being able to just use that power with like just carte blanche because nothing can fight them while doing it?
And then there's
Whereas
also
the
the
Tyranids
sheer,
fight literal demons with psychic powers. So like there's even hive fleets that specifically hunt them because they find them tasty.
and then there's also just the sheer size of the Tyranids. Like just how
Like what-
fucking many there are.
Yeah, like what the Flood might do is then, yeah, well, because the thing is, it's like, oh, well, infection forms, well, then Ripper swarms.
Yeah, because let's say, you know, let's start from the very bottom. Flood takes over one Ripper. All right, cool. That Neuralink's fucking done immediately.
the thing
No,
is-
that's not a threat.
Yeah, that
but if it gets a
Again,
hold of
even
something
if
any
the
bigger,
Neuralink is gone, even if the Neuralink is gone, that's still biomass that the Flood can work with. Also, point of note, Rippers, too small.
yeah.
Actually, no, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm comparing Rippers to the size of Space Marines.
yeah,
so,
they're
no,
like the
I'll-
size of
Rippers are like the size of dogs.
Yeah,
We're about to lose.
I'm not fast enough. It's fine.
I just emptied my pockets and fired 2 charge shots over there.
Yeah, I also emptied the pockets.
I don't have a shot on that.
Got it.
Nice. That's exactly what I need from you, Jack. We have a sniper over there.
I think at the very least, if we're compared 40K to fucking the Halo universe, the direct comparisons, that I think would be the only one that'd be close. So let's be real, it, like, you know, Space Marines versus
Space
Spartans.
Marines? Yeah.
Not even fucking close. The Eldar versus the Covenant.
Not even close.
I don't think it'd be close. I don't know enough about the Eldar hierarchy to have that conversation.
Eldar would absolutely dominate the Covenant.
All right, bet. Okay.
The Covenant struggled against
humans.
UNSC.
Like
Okay,
basic
the
humans.
UNSC fought like mad bastards and gave the Covenant a run for their money. Like the ultimate outcome might not have been in doubt, but it wasn't a fucking rollover.
Yeah. Now, if we were to like pick
I
and
will-
choose a
hold on
little
second.
bit, like
Hey,
let's say,
hold-
I don't
hold-
know,
Hold on a second. Hey, Jack. I will be right back. Please do not hit the button.
I will not hit the button.
Okay,
I
one
will
second.
not hit this button. Yeah, let's be more specific. Jagatai Khan versus the Covenant
Like alone?
alone.
I mean, he'd probably just fight his way to the prophets and kill them and dismantle their command structure.
I love how even
He
just
wouldn't
one,
need to
one man
kill
versus
everything.
the
He just-
entirety of the
he just
Covenant.
he killed an entire orc horde by himself. So
Yeah. No, that's a
Orc
better
log.
conversation. Orcs versus the Flood.
Orcs would probably lose.
I mean, orcs would win because they persist through anything, but that'd be a fun thing to watch.
It might be an infinite fight,
It might, because like, how the fuck does that work?
and yeah, it does depend, and it depends on just how robust their biology is. Everything.
See, Death Battle, these are the real questions we need to ask.
Yeah, no, right?
Like, come on.
Who gives a fuck about Goku versus Superman? I want Tyranids
I want
versus
some
the Flood.
deep cut
Give
shit
me
here,
answers.
goddammit.
Give me some goddamn answers, motherfuckers. Run the numbers. But I mean, if you think about it too, is the Flood are really good against like sapient species, like civilizations, because of the way they like eat knowledge as well as anything else.
Yeah, so, let's say we...
You know, so if you're eating a bunch of Tyranid, really gaining knowledge. An individual Tyranid doesn't know shit.
Yeah, because it's just all the Neuralink. The second that's cut,
Yeah.
they're just a fucking bag of bones.
They're drones. The same way it's like you wouldn't be able to tell what you're thinking by like taking a blood sample.
Now, let's say, for example... No, hold on, because, they wouldn't be able to take over a Space Marine, could they? Because...
Oh,
Well, because Tyranid gene stealers can't do that to Space Marines.
I don't know. Probably not. Space Marine physiology is an active thing. Like, it's not like just... It's like they have like cells that think, especially Primaris Marines. So like that's
Yeah.
why like their blood is like the way it is. Like they have like smart blood and shit. So would a Tyranid, well, not a Tyranid, would a Flood be able to take over a Space Marine? I mean, if you buried him in infection forms, maybe. But he
Yeah.
might still retain his consciousness and be fighting its control the whole way.
But it would
That-
get that knowledge.
That sounds like bullshit. Oh my god.
Yeah,
It is possible.
to give context, gene stealers can't take a Space Marine. It's not how it works. So then the question becomes, if we put the Flood against the fucking Imperium of Man, could the Flood take a Space Marine?
I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't be like a single infection form wouldn't be able to do it.
No, not at all.
No, saying like the beginnings of a Flood invasion being like a couple of infection spores, no way.
And here's the problem with a lot of that, with just how big the Imperium of Man is. Let's say, okay, cool, let's give the Flood the ultimate benefit of the doubt and they take over an entire planet. Cool, Exterminatus. There would be a
So what humanity did in Halo?
Yeah.
Okay, but now hold on, because they take over an entire planet. At least something on that planet is capable of space travel. The Flood are in space.
No,
They will prioritize getting off of that planet over everything else. If they've taken over a planet, they already have some ships out there in space.
oh no, for sure. But
And
this
they're
then,
not going to prioritize weapons combat with those ships. They are going to ram other ships for boarding to take over those ships.
right. And this is
They took
assuming
over
that it gets on
high
the
charity.
yeah. And this is assuming that it gets on the planet that it
By
isn't-
ramming a UNSC frigate into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It wasn't like a massive ship that dropped off a shit ton of fucking flood. No, a frigate.
yeah,
The babies of the UNSC fleet rammed into a moon, and the moon died.
yeah. That's why I think this is what I'm saying. Like, I really think people underestimate what the flood was. Not like what the flood was during Halo either, because you have to remember the Forerunners existed before too, and they were basically Eldar, and their society ended because of the flood to the point that they made the Halo rings to sterilize the entire galaxy because it was the only way to stop them.
Yeah, because the flood also, what do you call it, can infect technology.
Yeah, don't you think that a race that advanced would have tried everything else first? I'm just saying. So, like, the question of could the flood beat the Tyranids isn't really the question. The question is, how far along do the flood get before everyone is losing?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
This-
kind of
the
the problem
Space
with the
Marines-
orcs.
The Space Marines alone cannot handle the flood. Yes, the Space Marines alone could handle like a flood infection, like a localized infection. I'm pretty sure that they would have something to do.
yeah,
about
but like a
that.
galactic outbreak,
Yeah, well,
probably not.
Because-
That
because
would
the
take
Space Marines-
that would probably take a coalition between like humanity, Tau, Eldar,
yeah,
to even stop them, not necessarily eliminate them.
somebody's got to make the ammo. Somebody's got to man the ships. You know, like somebody's got to maintain the astropathic relays. There have to be normal people involved too,
Which-
to support deployments of Space Marines.
Yeah, which would actually fuck up humanity even more because they hate AI. Everything is just another human brain in
Yeah.
another fucking bucket. The flood
Yes.
takes over one of those human brains. All right, cool. Every single ounce of knowledge the Imperium has is now the flood's.
Yes.
Actually, think about it. I mean, most Imperial citizens are ignorant to the wider Imperium, so they'd only get information based on their local area. Like, even if you take over a whole planet, they still wouldn't know
Yeah, like most
like a
humanity
tenth
doesn't know
of
this-
what the
yeah,
Imperium
Doesn't even
is.
know what Space Marines are.
And you have its scale. You have the Necrons that exist, which are purely machine, so there's no biomass for them.
The Necrons are the threat to the flood.
We have the orcs
But then
that
again, also the Necrons are also machines. But then again, they're not machines in the way like the Forerunner stuff was. They are way even advanced, even beyond what they were. So, you know, questions. Death battle. We need you to answer these questions for us. Like, if the Necrons woke up and there was just a massive flood outbreak that took over the world, their tomb world, I mean, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, but at that point, it's not really just the Necrons versus just the Flood, because the Flood have taken over some other race. So then you have to have the conversation, okay, what race would the Flood have to take over to be a threat to Necrons?
I would say
Yeah, 'cause-
Tau. I think out of everything in, the old fucking 40k universe,
Well,
the Tau would be the
Tau-
easiest to take.
Well, then they wouldn't have they wouldn't have numbers of combat forms.
No, but they would have enough to
Because
go fight something else.
Tau's whole thing is their technology, but they are severely low in like manpower.
Oh, absolutely. But that would be the first step. I mean, unless they, ended up on some poor human fucking, mining colony or some bullshit.
It depends. Because the thing is too is like the Master of a Million Worlds, like for humanity, like that's not a fucking joke, And if something that bad came in, that'd probably just be on the level of the Rangdan Xenocides, which humanity did beat, so at enormous expense.
Yeah, no, that
You know.
it's it's not really something that you can beat unless you can put together a fleet that can keep them locked to a single planet and then use Exterminatus. So if they get to the point where they've taken over a planet and they've gotten ships out into space, it's basically already over. That's the thing about Flood.
Swarm sighted. We await your signal, Captain.
Yeah, they just
don't have to wait.
exponentially, the threat they pose exponentially increases.
The more
they,
time
they
they
don't
have.
have to wait. Yeah, they don't have to wait like Tyranids, where like, okay, Tyranids have taken over this area. Okay, they've gathered the biomass. Okay, they're feeding their ships. Okay, they can make more. And yes, I know that there are versions of NIDS that can, like independently, propagate, but those propagations are big enough to handle the Flood. The only
yeah.
thing, as far as I'm aware, that the Flood cannot handle, that the Necrons, that the Tyranids have, are Ripper Swarms. Ripper Swarms individually are too small for the Flood to use for anything, but the Flood could still fight and kill them.
It'd be
But
really
that's
fun.
a question for Nerds.
Fucking the Flood versus Nurgle.
Nurgle would invent his own flood,
Basically.
fueled by magic.
Then we get evil space.
Demon Flood.
Yeah,
Then we get Flood squared.
and then a grave mind would take that fucking personally. The Grandfather welcomes you.
Yeah, 'cause we haven't even brought up Chaos yet. Fucking put Korn in there. For goddamn
Or,
Angron.
I mean, like, his servants in this realm would lose. Like, I don't think the Flood would even have an interest in going into the warp.
No, they don't.
If anything, I mean,
Biomass.
biomass and, like, knowledge, they seem to have just as much of an avarice for that as they do for
Well, yeah,
physical mass.
I'm just
yeah, but they
imagining a Flood
understand-
taking over Hellbrood.
What a boss fight that would be.
The only interest I could see the Flood having is if it wanted to take over Tzeentch's realm.
Yeah. Or any of the demon realms, really.
Not really. I'm basing this just on motivations of that I've seen of the Flood before. Like Tzeentch's the Changer of Ways, the God of Knowledge, yada yada yada, things like that. So the Flood knew that there was a way to get infinite information. It would probably try to get that.
Yeah, because that would probably be the end goal.
Would be them building up like some way to actually go into the
Like
warp
go into the warp and
that's
take down
Tzeentch.
Tzeentch of all things, which like, sure, go ahead, try.
And then you also have the idea of like, okay, the Flood consciousness would be absurdly powerful, so how would that be reflected in the warp?
In the world of 40k, something like the Hive, like the Flood Gravemind. Oh my god.
Because you think about it, because like the Tyranids' reflection of the warp is the shadow in the warp.
You are clear to detonate.
You know, where they basically just overwhelm all other warp-related stuff. Like even demons become weaker in their presence because there's just too much noise.
It's too many of
So-
them.
I would absolutely love to sit down and write a fan fiction of like, hey, we lost contact with one of our planets, what's going on? Oh, it must be NIDS. There's the shadow in the warp, and then they go there and it's not NIDS, it's the Flood. And then just like have a couple of chapters of that fan fiction like documenting how humanity's trying to contain that threat and learn about it and end it. Like I am not the kind of person who would dedicate my life to writing as much as would be necessary to cover that conflict. I would just have to have it be like the opening days of humanity trying to figure out what's happening and end it with, wait, where are all of your ships?
Yeah, it would start pretty much beat for beat as the Tyranid invasion started.
It's the
where
everything
the planet
after that.
Tyran gets attacked.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like this like line of worlds and systems just going dark inexplicably. No cries for help, no reports, no ships coming out of it, nothing. Just silence and dead worlds.
What would be very interesting, though, is if we had a planet full of fucking orcs that the Flood were trying to take over.
That would be fun. I mean, again, I still think that the Flood wins.
Because
But-
that's the problem. I don't think it's necessarily a question of which side wins. It's a question of which side absconds first. Because holy shit, that'd be so many fucking orcs and so much Flood.
Yeah.
I don't think it would ever end.
Well, also the thing is the more orcs fight, the stronger they get.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be the
So
law to end all laws.
yeah, yeah. So it would be orcs fighting converted orcs, getting stronger, getting converted, stronger orcs being converted, fighting stronger orcs, orcs getting stronger, and that would just repeat ad nauseum.
We would end up getting quarks before that planet was done.
Which would just spell the doom for everything.
Which then everybody would die. So I mean,
Because
I guess
the
at
orcs
that
were so
point, the
orcs
Flood
were so
wins.
bad.
Yeah.
They were A, well-adjusted orcs, B, so fucking ridiculously strong that they sent the fucking Necrons packing. Like, that's crazy.
You don't speak those words, Magic Man. Your armor is depleted. A reserve shock grenade automatically detonates. A perfectly timed parry instantly incapacitates Majoris or extreme level enemies. Ow. Okay. After a shield bash, melee.
Oh man.
You know, but also, like, the Flood is one of those enemies in fiction where they're just fucking bullshit. So, you know, but that's all of 40k. So it's just, okay, well, what bullshit can you pull out for the other factions, too? Do you set limits? Do you know...
How far do we go with this? Do we make it to where this is, like, not 40k, but 30k, and the Flood have to fight Big E? Like...
just Emperor just gets off throne. No, deletes them. You know, it's like, okay, well, you know, Flood goes into
Hold on a
has
second.
to
What-
do warp transit. So
Yeah,
then,
what if
how do they
fucking-
deal with Gellerfield failures?
What a Foster Cluck would that be? To, in the midst of the Horus Heresy, at the final stand of fucking Earth, the Flood just comes out of a goddamn warp portal.
No, it wouldn't be that. The Flood would have seen the power of humanity and been like, wow, okay, we can't really do anything about this right now. And they would have laid low. Because that's another thing about the Flood that Tyranids do too, is like, oh man, we probably can't actually win here by just a straight up attack. Gene Stealer cults. Like, the Flood would do that, but the Flood will just straight up, like, wait out in the forests. Wait in the sewers. Wait for the right moment.
Nope. You know, and then you have the Tyranids. They do the thing where it's like, if they are losing or they are compromised to such a degree, they'll just create splinter fleets and multiply that way, and those fleets will go and get stronger, and they can basically exponentially increase in size as well, which is why humanity has to hunt down splinter fleets, like, immediately.
Yo, you don't get to leave. Fuck that shit.
Or they come back as strong as the original fleets, and now there's like 20 of them. It's a difficult, like, thing to theory out, because it's like, okay, how strong do we want to have the Flood's ability to just unilaterally just infect anything with no counter, while simultaneously knowing of the Tyranid's ability to counter such things? It's like, okay, are we just gonna say no, they can't do that, or they can, in which case it's not perfect, but now it's a fight because not everything can be infected. Maybe the hive mind prioritizes certain warrior forms to be resistant and doesn't care about the chaff being infected because just sheer numbers. You can't infect them all at once.
Yeah, they can. Like, again, that's the thing. You had, what the hell was it? My brain. I just mentioned earlier High Charity. You had High Charity. High Charity had like, that was a civilization unto itself. Like you said, that was a moon, and a frigate crashed into it, and the moon lost. Like, if you get that kind of growth out of the Flood, if you get small ships infecting bigger ships, just going up the chain, you get to the point where you have Flood overtaking the best that humanity has to offer. And okay, you have Space Marines, cool. Space Marines eventually run out of ammo. Space Marines, like, eventually get worn out. All of the supply lines and everything being destroyed a little bit at a time as this infection just spreads outwards is very much like the Tyranids, just without the waiting period that the Tyranids have. And that's one of the things that make the Tyranids an interesting threat, is like, yes, they can do all of these things, but they do also have to take that period to feed. So you at least have a moment to breathe. You have a moment where, like, okay, they have one, they are taking on biomass, they're going to hit us again. What do we do about this? How do we counter this? You have a moment. The Flood doesn't have that.
I mean, you could do a Cryptman and just find the path that the Flood are taking and just exterminate every planet in their path.
Yeah, that's what it would take. That's what had to happen in the Halo universe.
Because we have, I forget the name of it. But
So there's precedent for it.
The thing that caused the warp storm above Cadia.
Cadia?
I have terror.
Yeah. Like fucking,
Yeah,
what's his name
so
with the vault of fuck you could just like open up one of those. All right, cool, be gone.
You mean the Noctis Labyrinth below Mars?
Yeah.
With all of like the Dark Age of technology shit. I mean,
Fuck it.
yeah, but I mean, but that's another thing about the Flood is their ability to compromise technology, like AI, machine spirits, weapons, vehicles.
You know what would be
It's
really
not
interesting?
a barrier to them.
Well, you know what would be really interesting? If we started this conflict with them taking over the last of the Votan. Because they're the
Votan?
yeah, they're the only things left that use actual AI.
I think it also depends on how well the Flood are at navigating hostile space. Like the Votan exist in areas with black holes and shit like that.
Well, at that point, assuming that they are able to take over the Votan, because I don't know, because they're all clones of one dude, so I don't know how their biology would, you know, allow Flood to take over. But at that point,
They're
they would
clones
know.
of the original colonists that went there.
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, also the Votan they're space dwarves. Think dwarf, and then you have the Votan. It's just dwarves with really big guns. So who knows? Because they might be so stubborn that they just go, no, we don't lose.
Yeah, yeah, they scream at the cellular infection and then it goes away. No, tell you what, they put
Also, I don't know. The Votan are such a new thing. I don't know enough about them to make a judgment on that.
There's not enough lore about them to make a judgment on that.
Yeah.
No, fucking,
I am deciding that they are the dwarves from Deep Rock Galactic.
They would
There,
make
I don't
a
know everything.
a hate plea or whatever the fucking their hate mechanic is on the tabletop. They'd make a stack of
Contempt?
hate on the repent.
Or grudge. Sorry.
Grudge, thank you, yes. They make a stack of grudge on the fucking Flood and become invulnerable to the Flood.
Nah. I don't think that's how that would work.
And this really just goes to show just how fucking OP the Flood was for the world that they were introduced in.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus
It-
Christ.
It helps put into perspective why people were willing to do such ridiculous things to fight them. How humanity and the Covenant ended up in an alliance together after everything that they had been through. Because
And
they
humanity isn't a forgiving species, all things considered, when it comes to genocide like that.
No, not in the Halo universe either. I mean, you know, just look at what do you call it? The Insurrection. Spartans were made to fight the Insurrection, not to fight the Covenant.
I was
That
just
was
a happy accident.
humanity. Yeah, that was humanity being on site with humanity.
And the Covenant show up, and then just the Covenant realize exactly what kind of mad bastards humans could be.
Yeah, Covenant shows up to
To the point where you have like member species of the Covenant being like, can we fucking offer for them to join? They're fucking crazy.
Yeah, fucking poor little Covenant ship checking out an Earth colony and seeing two sides
the
of this
relics of
conflict
our
killing each
religion
other.
respond to them, so we must exterminate them.
Yeah, our religion seems to be recognizing them as holier than we are. Unacceptable.
How dare.
Can I just point out for a second, like, I'm using the newly buffed Plasma Incinerator. This is how I wanted it to feel in the first game.
Yeah.
Like, it fires slower than it did in the first game, and that's even with me having the buffs. So, like, look, I'm in heavy stance. This is as fast as I can fire.
I mean, hey, a carpet bombing's pretty good.
We're in trouble. I have no ammo. Hi!
I hit the wrong buttons. Did I just
I'm gonna
miss my gunshot? My quick shot? What the fuck? Unloading pockets.
Reduce all unnecessary chatter. Awareness will be less effective without your force mates studying.
Yeah, I had five sword warriors just walk towards me. Like, I can't do anything about that with no ammo in my plasma cannon.
Stop walking backwards, you little shitbag. Come here. Jeez.
Because it also, like, a flood infection being able to spread is not as easy as it would be in the Halo universe either, because slip space works vastly differently from what warp travel is.
Yeah.
As well, warp travel is inconsistent and unreliable and can only be executed in very specific circumstances. It's not like they can just, all right, we got ships, we can just fling ourselves out there now. It might not work that way.
And then even then,
Hell,
when the
even
travel-
the trauma of them devouring a planet might cause a warp storm locking them in that system.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah. All the humans
Yeah,
on
the
there thinking
formation
the
of-
same thing. Oh, fuck, we're going to die. Suddenly a goddamn warp storm shows up.
Which, you know, there's precedent for that happening, to where such violence had been unleashed that the sheer scale of death and suffering caused a warp storm. On top of that, who knows what warp entity would take advantage of that now that sees that, and that's their way in based on what summoned the warp storm in the first place.
Yeah, because then we also have to think, when
Now
the
that-
Flood becomes
that's
sentient
chaos.
enough, they can be taken over by Chaos and Chaos Corrupted. So then we get Chaos
Oh, yeah, no,
Corrupted Flood.
Yep. Yeah, there would be Chaos Corrupted Flood. That's probably the biggest threat to the Flood, is Chaos Corrupted Flood.
Because we can... aside from the Tyranids, we generally know what the upper limit of quantity is for every other faction in 40k. We don't know what the upper limit of quantity would be for fucking Chaos.
There isn't one. The only reason Chaos is manageable is because paradoxically it has to obey rules. You know, so like, say they take over like a hive world or a system of hive worlds. You know, there's like 3 planets that are hive worlds, and the Flood take it over, and it's just such an awful, brutal, painful event that when all those people die, they die so violently and so quickly that, you know, the trauma that causes a warp disturbance, and they get locked in the system by a warp storm, and now the Flood are trapped with all that biomass and all those combat forms, but now their worlds are being invaded by demons because there's a warp storm and they can't. You know, so you'd have to factor in the attrition of events like that into what would happen for dealing with the Flood. Okay, I parry that.
And then even then, could the Flood, regardless of what they take over, survive the trauma of warp travel? Because most things, or at the very least most, like, you know, basic humanity, would fucking disintegrate.
Well, when Galar Fields fail, you know, they get boarded by demons.
Yeah.
So, fuck. Meh.
Shut up.
You know, then you have to think too is, okay, if the Tyranids consume flood forms and they find out how they infect things, would that just empower the Tyranids and they skip the feeding process at that point?
Yeah, because at that point we have Tyranids that don't need to wait.
Yeah, because then you would have Tyranids with the ability of infection of the Flood.
Well, hold on.
So it can go both ways.
Hold on. Here's a bit of a proposition for you. Assuming that both the Flood and the Nids are similar enough, why would they not eventually just become the same thing? Or do you think that the Tyranids would be so afraid of being taken over by the Flood that they would fight back? Because the Flood wouldn't care. This is the thing. The Flood wouldn't care, right? The Flood are only interested in spreading themselves and their biomass. If that means that they do so as a part of the Tyranid fleets, they would do it.
The Tyranids would try to stay independent. That's why they chaos corrupted ships and things infected by Nurgle, stuff that would threaten their existence as sentient species. They annihilate.
Don't like. Yeah, so, you know, at the end of this, I think it would just end up as the Tyranids have a stronger mental presence than the Flood, and therefore they just combine forces with the Tyranid.
They have a stronger purpose.
Yeah.
Well, whatever that is, we don't really know.
Yeah, and trying to ask will get you killed. So.
Why are you here?
Nom,
Warrior
nom,
just
nom,
started
nom.
laughing.
Yeah, I mean, but that would be like asking the bacteria. That'd be like the bacteria in your yogurt asking you why you're here.
Really, though.
That's it's what it is. Which is, you know, like it's kind of funny because like you play like we're playing as Space Marines and they shout like obscenities at individual warrior forms and stuff. It's like you're not talking to anything.
But it feels good.
Really, it feels good, but it's like what you're yelling at doesn't have the capacity to even register you said anything.
They don't know English.
Yeah, it's just
You would analyze, if anything, analyze what you said would be like, okay, is that it giving orders to something else to attack me? If not, disregard.
That's another thing. I bet the Tyranids like understand every known language.
Yeah. they'll make specific bioforms to like tap into what do you call it? To tap into like radios and stuff like that. And then psychic communication they can intercept as well. And also the Tyranids don't use warp travel. So there's that too. The Flood would have to use the warp, and the Tyranids don't have to.
Well, then how do the Tyranids get around so fast?
They use a specific ship that basically manipulates the gravity of the destination star to basically make a gravity tunnel that propels them faster than light.
And then the Eldar have like the warp way.
Yeah, the
excuse me.
webway.
Yeah.
The same thing where the Necrons don't use warp travel either.
Yeah, but again, then that means that the Flood are technically capable of those things if they come in contact with that.
Yeah. They would need to infect the Norn Queen to understand the particular, or take over the specific ship to understand the particulars of that.
Or at that point, if they infect the Queen, then they won.
Well, then the fleet loses.
Yeah.
So
Then they won.
wouldn't matter. Yeah.
Now, you know, we hear the Arbiter. Oh, yep, there it is. All right, hey, what, Sandblaze?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. And we hear straight from Arbiter himself. It's like, or not Arbiter, but the Shipmaster.
Shipmaster.
Single flood spore can end an entire species. Like, he wanted to straight up exterminate us, the entire planet Earth, to make absolutely sure.
And you
And
know,
instead, he
would have been in the
you
right.
know, yeah, but instead he just took out, you know, as much of the continent as he felt was necessary to ensure that the rest of the planet would not be threatened.
Which also brings into, like, okay, so we can actually have a measurable rate of infection and expansion based on that, because we see when it arrives, how long the battle is until the Shipmaster arrives and begins glassing the air.
It was hours.
Yeah.
Less. Maybe
So,
less.
so within, like, 3 hours, they took over a quarter of south of Africa.
Half of Africa.
Yeah.
He specifically says you glassed half a continent. So within hours, half a continent.
Which then begs the question, if the Tyranids really wanted something, how long would it take for them to get it on a normal planet? Like, not a planet like right now that's being reinforced by guardsmen and fucking space marines.
Well, yeah, like a hive world like this. I mean, this is a tough nut for the Tyranids to crack. This isn't just, but like a regular, like an agri world,
Yeah.
like a
Like just some outpost
maybe a
fucking
couple of
mining
days.
colony.
Yeah. The Tyranids just don't take over, like rely solely off of biomass alone. They eat the world. They consume
rock.
like minerals, the air, the atmosphere, the oceans, everything.
Yeah, they take everything.
Yeah, like
No.
the worlds aren't just viable not to live on. They're not viable to be mined or used for anything either. Which is also how the Tyranid fleets grow exponentially. As well as, you know, using
You turning into robots for
as
anybody else? Yeah, Blaze?
Is a Tyranid high fleet. A lot of them are like the size of Nebula. E.
Keep your eyes peeled. Xenos made a beast will be in visual range shortly.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Okay,
Yes.
I think Discord just had a little second of
Yeah, I think
Suffer,
Discord
right?
had a stroke.
Give the hive beast a moment.
I figured it was my internet again, so I just didn't say anything.
Detonate the charges now.
I still like the idea of Orcs versus Hive. Or Flood, excuse me, Orc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, would we get to a point where the Orcs would just believe they're invulnerable to the Flood and therefore are?
I don't think so. That power of like belief thing, like it's not
It's a very psychic
strong.
thing.
Still in full effect.
Yeah, it's like they have a psychic gestalt consciousness that like they can individually tap into.
Yeah, but let's say you get like an
You know,
entire
and-
planet of Orcs together, and they all believe that one thing, somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't carry inherent immunity to things. I mean, their general physiology makes them that way. I mean, like, if an orc got infected with the Flood, like, orc could just cut his head off and put it on a different body. That's a possibility. Not saying something that they would do, but, like, it could happen to where, like, okay, well, now that just the body's a warrior form, but if another orc absconds with the head and throws it on another orc body, that orc is back in business.
Or hell, just even put it in the ground. It'll grow eventually.
I don't think they work like that.
They're fungus. They grow eventually.
I mean, if anything, if anything, the orcs being taken over would be the worst case scenario because they are fungus. So, I mean, now you have
Biomass.
now
is
you have
fungus.
what do you call it? Flood spores that. Oh boy,
That's too.
fucking. Yeah, flood spores that now can just produce warrior forms on demand.
Flood, they get more powerful the more they fight.
Yeah. So, you know, gotta take that into consideration as well.
Are they both sucking each other off right now? Like, I've
No,
shot at both
no,
of them
they
multiple
can't.
times, and they keep getting the fucking shield symbol.
Yeah, you're
Well,
gonna
one
get,
has a bubble around it that's green, and the other one doesn't.
Well, I've gathered that, but then I shoot the one that doesn't, I'm still getting the fucking shield symbol.
do not believe it, brother.
Shoot that one.
Shield
Ow.
symbol.
There. Ow, oh my god, my health. Nope.
Come here, you.
I just had to burn a stim so I wasn't like 5% HP from one hit.
Yeah, zoanthropes do not fuck around. You know, you also got to consider that, like, Tyranids are wildly intelligent from the start. The Flood aren't.
Yeah, that's a good
No,
point.
they-
If you get like a planet half
they-
Tyrian, half Flood, the second one of them gets taken over, all of the Tyrians immediately go glass the planet.
Well, yeah, well,
Done.
the moment that one Tyranid gets infected, the whole hive knows what's going on and understands what's going on and will deliberately edit things to counteract it.
They're ground based. All right, everybody's zoanthrope now.
Well, like, okay, for example, right? There are biological structures that inherently can't be infected by things, like cuticles, horns, you know? So having what is essentially like chitinous armor is not a good idea. Having, like, you know, keratin armor on the other hand, where it's just keratin lattice, you would probably be able to, you know, block the
Oh.
blood from getting into a certain degree.
Which,
There's also, like, you know, the example that we have in the books of Master Chief almost getting infected by a flood infection form, where
that
it,
happened?
you know, yes,
That would've
yes, it did.
yeah,
was
that was a very
terrifying.
close run thing.
Yeah, no, it was slicing through his secondary, like the gel layer and everything, and it got underneath, like, all of his stuff, and it was trying to cut through his neck into his spinal cord. Like, he was bare instance from being taken over by the flood.
and Cortana hit it with the taser of tasers.
Yeah.
The bad touch button.
Stay close and sharp.
Yeah, we were about like half a second away from, you know, having a flood spark in the books.
Yep, and then you also got to consider too is that like Johnson couldn't be infected because his nervous system was fucked up.
Most likely. Our duty remains unchanged.
Oh yeah, that is the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, like he got like covered in infection forms when he was with Captain Keyes' team going into the containment facility.
I'll be right
They
back.
couldn't infect him. They tried very hard to, but it didn't.
Probably would
work
have just
out.
killed him eventually, but yeah, no, that's a good point. Anyway,
He
I'll be
might
right
have. He
back.
would have died from the trauma, but he wouldn't have been able to have been taken over.
This is going up that wall.
Because he had a condition from plasma exposure. Because he basically found an entire crate of plasma grenades and used the whole thing. Which fucked up his nervous system. So the NIDS would be aware of that limitation based on how their forms are getting infected, and would restructure them to be more resistant.
I need a little bit of cover.
Okay, you know what? We're not doing this.
I was trying to do that myself, but I couldn't get the opportunity to charge.
It's alright. It's alright, I got it in there.
I still have a whip warrior on me.
That is the last of those filthy signals.
I have like fumes in this freaking plasma cannon. I would like to point out, once again, no boss in this mission. Holy shit. Pain, suffering.
Indeed.
Jack? Jack's still up in the elevator.
You for a commendation, Streamer. No, thank you. You would resist
I don't know what's going on.
keeping my brother's
Me either.
What do you mean? What's going on? What?
Where are you?
Hi.
Oh, you coming?
Playing
I
the
said
game.
I'd be right back.
Uh,
I said it a couple of times.
we did not hear you at
Apparently
all.
not. We're too engrossed in our Bud 40K conversation.
Let us nerd out. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
We also got a massive enemy wave. I'm actually kind of impressed we managed to keep every enemy from attacking you. So yeah, that does mean that minus AI or any other help, Samblaze, you and I just two-manned a difficulty 4 massive wave.
Yep.
So-
Oh, well, I had a green bolter.
Bolter. Alright, let's murder the shit out of this thing so I can eat. God, a blood-infected hive tyrant.
Scan phase 2. Please stop attacking me specifically. Okay, fine, since you really want me to use my stem.
Oh, the release does damage? Fuck you.
Fuck, we got
Sir.
company.
Please stop.
Right. Right. I keep getting my colors mixed up, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, I promise.
Big guy, come on, I'm over here. Fight me.
He doesn't like the big gun.
I dodged out of the way of that. Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm trying to close in on him so I can... Sam, but you don't have your scan anymore, right?
It's about halfway. Recharged. I gotta...
Away from that.
I... Harried.
That works. Yeet!
Oh, that's a lot of spore mines. Working on taking them out.
Cooling.
Alright, spore mines down.
Oh, damn you.
And
Got
it's
it.
dead. All right. Cannot wait until that 5th difficulty.
Can't wait for, like, Volkite weapons to be introduced. That'd be fun.
Dude, just the Volkite pistol is already so hype.
And Grav weapons, too. That'd be fun. Is the music off for anybody else?
Yes,
Okay.
that happens pretty regularly when you skip cutscenes.
Hell yeah, 2 level
dude,
ups again.
This plasma cannon fucks.
Hell yeah! Joining server bug.
Oh no!
Sambliz, I beat you by 2 kills.
Wait, it wasn't
Disgusting.
me!
I beat you by 2 kills,
Yeah.
but my damage was so significantly higher than yours. Like, I think you did like 6,000 and I did like 27,000 or some crazy shit like that. It just goes to show the capability of headshots is very important. Heavy bolt
Yeah.
rifles, yes. Fuck you, get headshots. Aim at gaunt head level.
I'm parrying. Ah, damn. 5 or more enemy.
Shit's crazy.
The song doesn't go, bitches be sane.
Hold on. If you have the one or the perk on Bulwark, that's when the banner is activated, all squad members regain maximum contested health. Is that just a full party heal right now?
We haven't. I don't think we've tested that. Azure said he was going to test it, but then I never heard anything about it from him.
Okay. Because don't have it yet. That sounds hilarious.
I mean, I have it, but I don't have it equipped because I was waiting to hear from Azure about it.
Tough.
I mean, hey, we can test it.
Well, he doesn't have it yet. Alright, next up, Vox Liberatus.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm debating on if I want to switch. Grapple hook is funny. Also, it's only level 3.
We could probably carry you through that. Emphasis on carry.
I do not have a fencing. Oh, Vanguard only gets bolt pistol? Alright, Instigator Bolt Carbine or Oculus Bolt?
Or
So as far
which
as I know,
class?
Vanguard.
there's only one
Oh,
class. that
Instigator.
does. Yeah. The Oculus is basically just the bolt carbine in PvE. It's like it's good for clearing hordes of gaunts, smaller enemies if you're getting headshots. Otherwise, you're basically like sneezing at larger targets.
Huh.
The Instigator at least can be, adaptable and can do a little bit of both.
Is a 3-round burst?
Yep.
It has a high rate of fire with that, even with that.
It's the battle rifle. Warhammer 40k lore. Get that thing out of my face! Ow! For the Emperor.
Okay.
Seriously, it's the little bird meme. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in the 40k chat.
No, little German boy, don't!
I have to know what happened to my friends.
No, little German boy. You deserve this.
Oh, I have one that'll hurt Jack's soul because he's a Grey Knights fan.
Oh, the baby carrier! I think they're cool. Shut up. Okay. I'm gonna get some water, and then we'll start up again.
Got it.
This is why I think Calgar is bullshit. This is why I'm not surprised by anything he did in the campaign. Just ripping the head off a Lord of Skulls.
I love the looks on all the guardsmen in that one picture. It's just like, is he going in? Oh my god.
Yeah. Just, all right, boys, follow him. Look at the one in the background with the giant shit-eating grin on his face. He's just like, oh, now it's a party.
Of course, it's a salamander.
I love like the 40k art of like Space Marines, but like they have more like modern like stuff on them. Like you could see like the bolt cover on the gun and everything. That like that's usually on like an AR.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Picatinny tube, or I think that's what it's called for the like stock on the back of the gun. Or mount to, whatever you want to call it. It's like a bolter with Picatinny rails. Let me grab my own water from back here. One sec.
Yeah, that's about right. I especially like the dude in the back left who's just about to haul off and smack him with a shovel.
Yeah, just. A guardsman getting cut in half, still holding onto his rifle. There's the commissar in the back just stabbing him in the side. There's the other Krieger just. One's getting vaporized mid-charge by a plasma bolt. But hey, it's a Night Lord. I don't feel bad. I still love this picture from someone did for Sons of the Forest. Find it. Well, not Sons of the Forest, but look after that. Go, it just had it. so happy this game is out because now I get to share all of the fucking cool pictures that I have of 40K. I have found a lot. Kramer, what's going on? Dug too deep, Jerry. Gotta fix bayonets. This one always gets me.
Ouch.
Yeah, making old models irrelevant is bullshit. I could sum up 40K in one picture. Wendigos.
John subscribed while I was gone for 30 months. Which, by the way, if anybody gives a shit, it is one of the last days of September. If you want your subscription at 25% off, now is your time. This offer is only available once a year, folks. Once a year. I also have a chocolate fudge.
Neat.
Good. Good. All right. What is your favorite design of standard Space Marine armor?
My favorite design?
Favorite design, like the standard armor, the Phobos armor, the assault armor, Terminator armor.
I mean, I will always love just the standard power armor for Space Marines.
Classic.
That will always just be the coolest. Out of the new stuff, the Phobos armor for the Reavers is super fucking cool. I like the moving from scouts from having no power armor into them having power now, and like that giving them like that's like essentially like the role like the sniper fills now. Like that's your Space Marine scout just now he has power armor. You know, stuff like that. I mean, the Gravis armor is super fucking cool because they're like Terminator lights now.
Yeah, Gravis armor is probably my answer. Because it's, you know, it's almost all of the durability of Terminator armor without the need to, like, I need to get over there. How do I do that? Teleportation.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's like I've read like some book, like I forget which book it was, but like space like Terminators were going through a space Hulk, and he like they're so heavy that he collapses a staircase and is just like Brother Tiberius miscalculated the load bearing.
Brother, we're too damn big.
He's like, what happened? He's like, well, he seems to have underestimated the floor to hold him. Like, it's funny.
All right. What is not necessarily your favorite, but the most interesting weapon though the Imperium of Man has made?
Most interesting?
Force weapons.
Yeah, force weapons. Because force weapons are just a great, like, plot device. Because it's like, they're just as powerful as the. They're like Green Lantern rings. They're as strong as the person wielding them.
Then we got ballers like Castle and Crow over there, just a hunk of steel.
Castle and Crow is using a demon's sword because he is so fucking pure that he is the only one capable of holding it without falling to its corruptions, and he basically is just there to keep it away from everyone else.
Sure, but that also means he can't fucking use it.
He uses it all the time. He is the exclusively uses it,
Well, no,
which
he can't.
pisses the demon inside it off.
He does, it's great. And he can't use any of its power. He refuses, not that he couldn't.
Yeah,
refuses
he
to
doesn't use its
any of
powers.
its actual power, but he does use it to cut down humans and other bullshit. Which,
Yeah,
to
because
point out just
it
how-
has like inherent qualities that just he doesn't need to bargain to use. It's just by the nature of its creation.
Yeah.
But like he doesn't use any of the powers that it can grant, which is really fucking funny because that means Fulgrim is a super bitch.
Oh, dude, Fulgrim's a little. Like, I hate how when I first got into 40k, I was like, oh, dude, Ember's children are so cool. Let me look into it. And I find out their Primarch is Fulgrim. I'm like, wow, I love the premise of Fulgrim. And the more I find out about all the other Primarchs, the more I realize, wow, Fulgrim's a bitch. Fulgrim's like the key member of the Daddy Issue Club. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I actually like I like fucking Perturabo. Perturabo is the only one who didn't reason for his issues. He was just a spoiled brat.
Fucking Perturabo.
He was a brat. I fucking hate him for that. just, when does Dorn get to build the palace? I want to build the palace. I'm
Everyone
building
goes
him.
to power. Dorn's stupid. Dorn's dumb. It was so silly.
Literally, before he leaves, before he quits the battle for the Siege of Terra, he fights all the way up until he breaks the last gate, and he's like, haha, I got through. Now I'm out of here.
I think I proved my point. I'm out of here.
He's like, yeah, he's like, see, I told you I could beat it. It's like, you really didn't.
I mean, he was the only competent one during that fight.
He was the only one who didn't lose fucking mind.
He was the only one who still had his shit together by the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I appreciate that the Iron Warriors are chaos out of spite.
Right.
They're not possessed by chaos, they use chaos. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Damn,
Also,
Jack, you had
bubble
all
blowing
that time
babies.
and you had all that time and you couldn't hit the dodge button once?
Standing
Yeah,
in front of
but-
me, I didn't expect it to shoot at me, but instead when you dodged, it shot past you and hit me. So, you know, kind of funny.
Although, who is the most tragic Legion? Probably the leaders in Death Guard. That would be like my top ones. Thousand Suns are up there too because what happened to them was because of Horus's bullshit.
I would personally
Yeah,
say
they
World
didn't
Leaders.
really have to say it. Yeah, was it the World Leaders I'm thinking of?
Like the world,
Or it
like
was like their
Angron and the
final
World Eaters is
no?
just so depressingly sad.
Yeah, one of them it was like their Primarch sold them out, wasn't it? Like they didn't even
That-
really have a choice.
What do you call it? It wasn't the Death Guard. Wasn't their Primarch that sold them out. It was
was like the Chapter
Typhus,
Master.
the first captain
Yeah.
of the Death Guard. Funny enough, actually, what do you call the Primarch of the Death Guard, he didn't want to fall decay. Like, he hates Psyker. He
Yeah.
hates the warp.
Yeah.
It's the crowning irony that Jagatai Khan made sure to fucking remind him of. Look at you, surrounded by everything you say you hate.
I fucking love Jagatai Khan.
He is a baller.
It is actually my favorite Primarch.
Exterminatus level burns from that man.
Fucking Jesus Christ. I hear you do weird things to your equipment. I hear you do weirder things to your men.
I know. I just love the idea of salamanders personally because with them it's like, oh yeah, they're really compassionate. Look how kind they are to other humans. Yeah, now put them in front of literally anything else. It's
Ever
like, oh yeah,
seen-
look, here are Eldar. Look, they're just as sentient and capable of wisdom as humans.
No.
Watch them burn to a pile of dust,
That's-
liquid, ash.
Yeah, that's why any fanfic involving an Eldar and a human is bestiality porn.
Right.
Because we are and we are the animals.
Right. I do love the running gag of Gilliman as a thing for Eldar.
He'd be the only. He's like the only one that would be on their level. I mean, there are a couple of good ones. There's one where it's like not an Eversory, Vindicare assassin. Oh my fuck!
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, the hive mind didn't like that. Oh no! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Hive mind be like, your furry porn holds no power here. Arrgh. Just block, Jack.
I just have a block sword, okay? I'm sorry. Alright, there we go.
Why?
Hey, it
Ever
worked.
use block weapons?
It worked! He didn't kill me!
This is what we're, farming armory data for, so you can skip using block weapons. What do you think I use all my excess armory data for? Not having to use blocking weapons.
The
I
litany
did
of
that once.
the litany of fucking weapons that you have to use on the not Vanguard tactical marine.
Tactical? Yeah.
Yeah, at some point, probably. Like, okay, I've used this weapon enough to unlock the relic tier. Time to not use the relic tier and instead skip it. Where are you going?
It would not allow me to turn around.
Whew.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh no.
Oh, we're not doing this. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Jack, behind you. I'm out of plasma gun.
Come here.
ammo. Jack, jump down here. Get the sand blaze.
Fucking stop interrupting my goddamn grapple hook! You bastard!
No armory data. There we go.
Hear you. No, I was gonna finish him.
Okay, we got explosives here in the corridor. We can lure them closer. All right.
Get the melter.
Brother, I have the heavy melta. That being said, all the little guys are dead. So.
out of all the things in the Space Marines arsenal, the chain sword ended up being one of the most iconic.
How could it not be? Literally, the chainsaw bayonet from Gears is stupidly iconic.
It was the first thing
Chainsaws
to,
in general are iconic. The
it was the
chainsaw
first
from
thing
Doom
to
is
make
iconic.
chainsaw sword.
Yeah, because every guy on planet Earth looked at a chainsaw and went, "Yeah, that'd be a great sword." It is like a primal thing for dudes, where it's just like a chainsaw. It looks like a sword and is motorized, so it makes a loud buzzing noise too.
No turning back now.
Lizard brain like.
All rise to the Y chromosome national anthem.
Oh my god! Ah, fuck!
The changer of ways shall never be thwarted.
Okay, moment of truth. It takes me 6 shots. A fourth of my ammo. Alright. So, plasma pistol is what I'm using on these guys.
Come here, you.
Trying to go check for armory data. Armory data's here. Acquired.
You stop that right now. No reinforcements for you. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna die that easy.
Oh my god!
I forget just how fast those Terminators can move.
What needs grappling?
Damn, dude. We got no extras in here. I got one last terrorist to check.
Fanblaze, why are you falling? Oh, there we go.
Well, I'm not falling. Are you falling?
Falling.
Jack.
What's up?
You're the one with 2 armor. Makes the most sense for you. Okay, yeah, there's nothing here.
Although I do gotta say, I love that, like, when it comes to the flood, back to the flood thing, it is funny that one of the most effective weapons used was a fucking shotgun.
Hey man. Never underestimate humanity's need to shove buckshot down something's throat.
It's just funny to me. Or even like the monitors, like, huh, that's actually working pretty good. It was really smart for you guys to use kinetic weapons instead of energy weapons. It's like, we didn't really have much of a choice.
We have an entire history of trying to kill ourselves. This was the best thing.
I'm just fountaining ammo and
Oh,
trying to keep
fuck.
myself alive.
Sandblaze, no!
Oh, that's a lot of Zangors.
That's a lot of
Not
grenades I
long.
just threw in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could have used that to get back some ammo, but alright. There are snipers.
Oh god, behind us. Dodging, dodging. Why no dodge? Okay, fine, fair enough.
No matter what. Iron Halo protocol in progress.
I got him.
Back to battle, brother.
Ah, I needed that.
You, how dare you be all the way back there?
Alright, I'm taking cover and I'm gonna hang out here because I am strictly close range. So I got a headshot with that charge shot. Relic plasma pistol.
That's a question. How many flood spore carriers do you think one stalker bolter round would go through?
Like the
Yes.
explodey dudes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Many
They
as you
have no armor.
calibrate it for.
Defense. Like they're just bags of flesh. The
Yeah.
answer is how many do you want them to go through?
Pretty much. Until the propellant runs out. I don't know.
How effective would a chainsaw sword be through the flood?
Fucking very.
The answer might surprise you.
I'm gonna put it to you this way: unfortunately good. In the sense that if you're that close to the flood, you're probably gonna die. Unless you have an energy shield.
It's just powered by AI. Critical.
You what? What?
What about Iron Halos? What about the Crux Terminus? What about
Those are human brains. I'm kidding. Actually, I don't know. Brains or not.
Why did my prospect
missed.
scan go through him?
That's a grenade.
Fucker.
Okay, so once in a while the Iron Halo does come in handy.
Yeah, when we're trying to push forward through a hallway of a bunch of range dudes. Have you found that using the Iron Halo just isn't all that effective?
No, generally not. Every time I've tried to lean on it, it's gotten me killed.
Game.
So I use it very sparingly now. Like, it's definitely good for, like, getting up, you know, an ally. But thinking that it was going to save me has only ever ended in disaster. I've wiped teams because I was like, oh yeah, here, let me just use my Iron Halo.
Doing what I can with this thing to pick off the fucking snipers.
Another armor boost, Jack. I'm heading up to the left. Checking for the armory data.
Didn't we find it already?
Yeah, we did. Wait, we did? Where?
Back, when we got swarmed by the Nids back. Before
Was
we
it in
encountered chaos. No, it was the room before.
Damn.
Damn it.
No, we stopped it.
Hold on a second. Is this a gun that's shoots in 3-shot bursts with a clip that isn't divisible by 3?
FAMAS? Is that you?
Fucker.
Yeah, leave it to the French. Set that precedent.
Well, you know. Have you seen the way they count?
I didn't know they could.
Famous for something.
Yeah. Being famous for 420s 1 isn't something I'd like to be famous for. Okay, I gotta go up here because I gotta check for the gene seed because we still don't have it. I found a stem.
A stimmy.
Still no on the gene seed. I do not have the ammo for this. The fact that I'm having to beat a Chaos Marine to death with my gun.
I'm out of bullets.
There's a... Shh. Follow me, quickly.
Let him fucking Terminator.
We need to get through that door.
Through the door. Through the door. Jack, get to us.
Trying. Duck!
There's a sorcerer in here. I hope this works.
Holy nids.
Oh my god.
Stop your sorcery.
I'm finding myself very happy that we have not found the gene seed yet, because I'm about to go down. Oh my god, please. I got the sorcerer.
Fucking stepping out of the way.
Actually, Jack, you're probably better off dying now.
Fuck.
I'm serious about that.
I was waiting. Wait, are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Respawn in 9 seconds. Damn.
Yeah, but this room is relatively safe, so we could just hang out here and wait for you.
Ended up switching to a loadout with the melt-a-gun so I could just pump entire clips of that thing in here real quick. Have you seen any of me going through Tenkaichi 3 on the Wii? Either of you?
A little bit, yeah.
It is
It's
surprisingly
very
fun.
wonky. I've always heard good things about it. It's been nice to actually see somebody play it for once.
Well, Tenkaichi 3, just on its own, you know, fantastic game. 10 out of 10. Great time. The wiggle waggle controls are just good enough to not frustrate. In 3. In 2, they were awful.
All right, let's go. Jack's here, and
Okay.
possibly threatened. Oh no.
Clear. Sweep the sub levels.
Checking for the armory data. It's not here.
We have the armory data.
Right. I keep forgetting. Leave me alone.
It came with your fucking Xbox.
Sam Blaze.
Hmm.
Fucking. There we go.
Oh, relic.
Yeah, you
You're the one with the mortal wound.
Oh, we got go.
Yeah, the Gene Seed can't spawn in here, right?
Yes, it can.
Bottom floor.
Possibly. Because it's not here. So yeah. Gotta be the bottom floor.
Fuck the dinosaur and his dumbass. Alright. Stop it. Good. Grenade. Okay.
No Gene Seed.
I ain't gotten that data slate yet, apparently.
Preparations of flesh and void. He was a good lad. Apprenticing in the ways of our reliquary.
Have you checked over there?
Potential. His mind a flowing.
Anything?
Nothing.
Alright. Time to go. I know where to check for the armory data in here. But we already have it. And so I'm wondering if maybe the Gene Seed can spawn in the same place? There's a stim here, Jack.
Stimmy.
Let's see.
Okay.
No Gene
think
Seed
I know.
spawn up ahead.
I think I know. No. I think I know where it was, but we missed it. we also didn't get a boss spawn, so.
Oh, there's a Terminator.
There is. He's upset with me. I'm really upset. Jesus Christ, my health. Ow. Fuck. What happened? That guy exploded. I'm coming, Max.
Iron Halo, baby! Yeah, my Iron Halo just saved my life. Demon Host fired
Oh, I'm
an
gonna die.
entire volley. Oh boy.
Living on a prayer. Living on multiple prayers. Come here, you. Hey,
Jack, Dim.
Stim. Fanblaze, you good down there?
Yeah, just killing a whole bunch of fucking Marines. Please hold.
Do you want some help? Or...
Nope, I got it.
Thank you, Iron Halo. Oh god, it broke.
Listen, it's enough.
Alright, on to the next one.
Trying to dodge that volley is pretty much impossible.
Gotta go.
Ow. Oh
Gotta
no.
move again.
Oh boy. Oh,
Moving.
come on, dude.
Move a doovin. Stop it.
This is it. We got it.
You know, out of everything, I am shocked I only died once.
Yeah, for being, what are you, level 4?
2.
Bruh.
We were gaming.
Simples, what is this you keep posting? I don't recognize that. The last picture, what the heck is that? Or the last two, I guess.
That's someone's homebrew chapter, or I guess they're now they're made them like an official chapter, but they're basically based off of Vietnam GIs.
Okay.
So they have like that aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. Because I was like, why is it the peace symbol? Like, that's not a 40k thing.
I think they're called the Raptors chapter.
The Imperium of Man don't believe in peace. That's the fucking tagline. Alright, how many levels? No Gene Seed, but how many?
3 or 4, probably.
Man, I did such a little amount of
Oh
damage.
my God.
Look at that.
I won 6. Yeah, I won 6 out of 8 categories. Good lord.
3 levels from 3 to 6. That's good XP.
I unlocked 2 new rarities for weapons, so I'm gonna need a second in the armory, but then I'll be good to go for the next mission. And I think we lost.
Oh, did
no, we're just
Sam?
waiting on
No,
you.
no, Samplay's still here.
I'm here.
Still here. Don't the Phobos armor Marines on the tabletop fucking suck, if I recall?
Reavers?
Yes.
I don't think
In the
so.
tabletop. I do not remember.
I don't think so.
Extra sword.
All right.
So up for another one.
Hell yeah.
Same.
Wait, hold on a
just run.
second. The Melta rifle has a perk that's reload all weapons 10% faster?
That doesn't actually work like you think it does. It is just for that gun.
Okay, I thought so. Just like, why does it say?
I don't know. We haven't been able to figure that out yet. I'm starting to think that these endless jobs we're all applying for, not hearing back from, are just selling our information and making money off of not hiring us.
Saw that one.
You not like reveal their game? Might kill us for that. Okay.
I can't say that on stream.
Go fuck it, go for it.
No.
Look, buddy, it's just me, you, and the trees here.
Listen, I could put it into stream chat, but I can't say it on stream. I'm fairly certain Twitch would not appreciate this topic on stream.
It's just Twitch. What are they gonna do?
They wouldn't even know.
Who can use the heavy bolt pistol again? Is it just assault?
Just assault. Dude, that thing when it's fully upgraded becomes a primary weapon. You get 19 rounds in the magazine if you take the correct perks. Okay? It's bonkers. It does a ton of headshot damage. Like, you're basically using a stalker bolter as a pistol.
So yeah, so they Lords of Thunder, that's the name of the chapter. And yeah, someone made a whole lineup list, like a army like identifier.
Wow.
And they even got put in like Titanfall 2 designs for some of like the Dreadnought stuff. I just posted it in the 40K chat. You can take a look at it.
That is amazing.
I should probably upgrade the power sword at some point.
These guys start dropping in from orbit and you just hear Fortunate Son.
Hold on.
Their chapter master like shows up in a Thunderhawk. And the Thunderhawk is blasting Freebird. What is this music? What is that sound? It's from the
Sound
Dark
of the
Age of
blackest
Technology.
black
This
times
is
movie.
heresy.
This is art, motherfucker. Tactical fire baptism. Hold on.
It's a shame that you don't get a power sword with fucking Imperial seals and shit splattered all over it. Okay. no, stop fucking things up.
There it is. There you go.
Oh shit, I have maxed out all my power fists and I can't get to the last perk in the skill tree. Well,
What? Why?
that's a shame. I put a point into something else on the way up.
Yeah, that'll do it. If you regret it, you can reset them for free.
Cannon punch, deal 50% more damage.
That's your dashing attack.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I wouldn't take that either.
Oh,
Way better
yeah.
choices.
Brother in Christ, move your microphone away from your mouth. Damn it, how do I look at the move list for my shit when we're not in an active mission?
You go into the sparring arena down the ramp.
Oh, is there a... Oh, that's a thing now?
Same patch.
Brother, did you even read the patch notes?
I read that it existed, but I didn't know when or where I could do it.
Yeah, so now you can probably hit the start button and check your,
Okay, funnily enough, doesn't give me my move list.
damn.
Well, that is just...
It replaced one of my moves with something else. I'm trying to find out what it replaced it with.
Neutral charge?
No.
No? Okay. You know, that's a good question. Which one is it? I took that too, but I haven't had a chance to try it out. Thrust jab. Ground shake. Oh, what was thrust jab? It should be neutral.
No, it's still just the straight.
I'm not sure. Although that may just put you into your PvP state, so it may not have any of the perks.
Yeah, you may not even have any of your Wow, okay, fair enough.
Well, you just have to give it a shot.
But it was thrust jab, right? That's what it was.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
called thrust jab. I'm pretty sure that's your neutral heavy.
I mean, I could read it when we get in there. I just didn't. You know.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, I wasn't gonna take the, cannon punch deals 50% more damage. Not when there's, like, melee damage versus all majors is increased by 10% right there. You know?
I still think that 40k Ghost Rider pick is awesome.
Oh my god. 40k Ghost Rider isn't real. He can't hurt you. Some white scar that serves beyond death.
Some white scar and a dreadnought with wheels attached to it.
Just as the founding Treyarchs intended.
Some white scar and a motorbike-shaped dreadnought. White scars are so fucking cool.
I love them.
not looking forward to this week of work.
It's like I put a Fulgrim meme in there for you.
It is really funny that it is rather consistent. All the Fulgrims Legion are cooler than Fulgrim himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rylanor.
Yeah. Fuck you, Fulgrim.
I'm gonna need to hold up at the start here for just a second. I'm trying to
Yep.
set something
No.
on my phone real quick.
I'll continue just dumping my catalog of pictures.
By the way, shoutouts to Rylanor for being the only Space Marine to virus bomb a Demon Primarch.
Jack, I need your help.
What's up?
Talk me out of using a Master Ball on this Steelix.
I'm sorry, using a Master Ball on a what now?
Steelix. It's like one of the rarest Pokemon to appear in Pokemon Sleep, and one just showed up. It's the first one I've seen, and I've played the game for over a year.
I don't know. That's a pretty good one. I don't think I could talk you out of that. That's like your main Pokemon outside of for Alligator.
For Alligator?
Swampert. Swampert, I'm sorry.
For Alligator?
I got my Pokemans mixed up.
Listen, I am a Florida boy, but like, cut me a little slack, would you?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
yeah, that is neutral.
Oh,
That-
I want to see. Wait, do it again.
That looks a lot visually less impactful than I'd hoped for.
That seems fine to me. It's more about like what is the actual effectiveness of it, you know?
It's probably a really good get off me button.
Probably. Oh yeah, also, I should really point out that not only was it the first time I've seen one in over a year of playing, but there's an event going on right now that's specifically, hey, it's easier to find Pokemon you've never seen.
Wow.
Like, it took the perfect storm of events for me to even see one of them. It's obnoxious as hell.
Catch it.
Yeah.
But
Weird.
you know, this is the first one that I'm seeing and the first one that I am like catching, so it's pretty much guaranteed to be shit.
Jack, here, look at the 40k chat. I put the Rylanor picture in there.
Aw. He's so cool.
I know.
He's so fucking cool.
And the best too is like even the 1,000 Suns with him were. Yeah. Dude's right. Fuck this.
like the two T-Sun mages is just like, oh man, we gotta get the fuck out of here. It's like oh,
No, they were just
shit,
like,
is he
no, you're
serious?
right. We don't deserve. We deserve this shit.
Like, damn, that speech was pretty good, and now I regret.
It was just like, no, Rylanor was right. We deserved better than this.
Eleanor's so cool.
He really is.
Like, Jesus Christ. Sandblaze, tell the story so Max knows what the fuck we're talking about.
Oh God.
Yep, it's shit.
Tell the story for chat.
For chat.
For chat.
So on during the Horus Heresy,
Melee
the
or
way.
something. Melee or something. Okay, cool, thank you. I don't want you to get disconnected.
So during the Horus Heresy started, a lot of people just know Istvan 5, the drop site map. The Loyalist Legion, like a bunch of Loyalist Legions were almost wiped out. Mainly the Iron Hands and Salamanders and Raven Guard. But there was an even bigger tragedy, Istvan 3, where before the traitors were engaged with the Loyalists, they had to purge their own legions of their loyal troops. So they sent all the troops down to the Istvan 3 that they felt were loyal, and then basically just ambushed them with virus bombs. Oh, that's a term. trying to basically kill off all the loyalist members of their legions.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was the, like, tragedy. But the thing, too, is like, it ended up not really, like, yeah, the traitors, like, succeeded. They killed them. But instead of, like, it taking, like, days, it took months of fighting because just their loyalist members of their legion just refused to fuck. You know, it took the deployment of Angron and like Tarion. Like when Angron took to the field to kill the World Eaters, like every World Eater who saw Angron just blindly charged him, trying to kill him.
Truly an on-site moment.
Yeah, no, it was completely on site. To the point where like it shocked the like Marines of the other legions, like just how like reckless abandon they would just go in against Angron.
Like, Jesus, okay, all right. We didn't know. You were not familiar with your
No,
game.
it like reading that story, the Isstvan 3 betrayal is so fucking sad. Like it hurts. It right,
be
right in the chest. But anyway, so after that played out, Dreadnought and Rylanor basically got buried underground and survived.
The last survivor.
He was the last survivor. He survived.
It was a couple
for
thousand
a couple thousand years.
Yeah.
I want to say basically he rigged himself up to a dud virus bomb, and just waited and basically sent out like a signal to lure.
Note, he's a dreadnought
him?
of the Emperor's Children.
Yeah, he's a dreadnought of the Emperor's Children. And he basically set a trap for Fulgrim.
Yeah,
where
keep in mind, the Emperor's Children at that point were already the smallest legion, so that they had dreadnoughts to begin with, kind of ridiculous, and B, that it's a dreadnought from the Emperor's Children that was left. There was maybe like 1,000 members of the Emperor's Children, period.
No, there were more. Like, the Emperor's Children, they were still a big legion. They weren't the largest, but they had a good number of troops. But also, the Emperor's Children were really fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, Lucius the Eternal is, like, he's a Chaos dude now, but he was, like, one of, like, the Solarium at the time. A lot of, like, the, like, main characters of, like, the Horus Heresy, a lot of the Children, because just holy shit, they're just that good at what they do. They earned the name the Emperor's Children for.
Yeah, there was a reason they're the only ones that can wear. I forget the actual name of the part that can wear the Emperor's sigil on their armor.
Yeah, they were the only legion allowed to wear the house symbol of the Emperor on their armor. It was like the eagle and lightning bolt symbol.
Right. It was supposed to be reserved for people who had fought with the Emperor.
Yeah.
Like side by side.
It pretty much it was almost exclusive to the Custodes. But yeah, so Rylanor is stuck there for thousands of years, sets a trap and lures in, I think, like a couple of Thousand Sun sorcerers who then summon Fulgrim by accident. And then they end up summoning Fulgrim, and Fulgrim is there, and basically Rylanor tells Fulgrim that he's a bitch, always has been a bitch, always will be a bitch, and now that he's a Chaos spawn, he's even a bigger bitch. He really gave Fulgrim an emotional after that, and then
emotional fucking lashing.
Yeah, no, he like Demon Fulgrim is not the same. But yeah, so and then Rylanor blows up the virus bomb. He knew it wouldn't kill Fulgrim ultimately, but the fact that he did it just out of such sheer spite was just cool enough.
Oh, I'm not dead. I'm just knocked over. Now I'm dead. Hell yeah. And Andrew killed me. Thanks, pal, with your powerful subscription.
I am not doing the story of Rylanor justice because I forget direct quotes at the moment.
Yeah, it's
also
truly
being-
like the verbal breakdown of Vulgrim as a character that sells the moment into basically blowing up a nuke in your face just out of spite.
To the point where it's like he even could like convince the Thousand Sun sort like there that were like, what the fuck is going on? To be like, oh shit, we are the baddies.
Oh god, my morals, right. I forgot.
That's a psychic attack on par with the ending to a very good fantasy series that I don't want to specifically name for fear of spoiling it. But yeah. Well, like, okay, so hear me out, right? This is one of those things that would technically be possible in 40k. And I know for a fact that none of you are ever going to read this book. Graceling by Kristen Cashore. Fantastic book. In it, right, it's called Graceling, and if you are lucky when you are born, you have a grace. That grace can be anything. You could be graced for climbing trees, walking backwards, cooking, anything. If you are graced, you have 2 different color eyes, right? Well, at some point in the book, you hear about this guy from another country, right? He's called the One-Eyed King, and you immediately think to yourself, of course, as a reader, well, he must be graced. Because everybody thinks he's not graced, so he's probably got some really crazy diabolical thing going on there with him. Well, you're right. In fact, you're so right that this is the only novel I've ever seen where the narrative turns against the main cast. Where, like, there is a moment where they finally encounter this guy towards the end of the book, and he says something, and the narrative itself is like, yes, this was really just a terrible accident. It's really unfortunate the way that this all went down, and it's just, you're sitting there reading this book going like, oh my god.
Oh.
So, like, I could absolutely see that kind of thing happening in, like, a book in 40k. Well, I'm dead for 2 minutes. With all the crazy psychic nonsense that goes on.
Yeah, the same way as like Cadians that were born on Cadia have purple eyes and have more warp resistance, which actually plays itself out in this game. In the campaign, you'll see like Chaos making guardsmen like lose their minds, but the Cadians that are still up and fighting and being the
Relatively
awesome
okay,
badasses
yeah.
they are, all have purple eyes.
Yeah, I got cornered by a ton of Zangors and one dude with a warp flamer. And I was sitting there trying to fight the dude with the warp flamer, and all the Zangors are like shredding me. So I'm like, okay, let me turn around and try to parry the Zangors. And I turn around and try to parry them, and he would do his unblockable attack. And
Wait for
shred
Max.
them. So it just kind of like, I was just done.
Yeah.
Power Sword's really cool.
Sustained heavy damage.
Shame you can't use it on Bolt. Truly a shame.
Our banner awaits unfurling. The console holds no charge. We need a new power source. The Tomb Servitors may have a replacement.
Okay. Left door.
Left door time.
Oh, gentlemen.
Oh, jeez. There's a sorcerer in our midst.
I see his bitch ass.
Stalker Bolter.
Thank you, Stalker Bolter. Stop it!
We're good. We can get out of here.
Oh, damn it, wrong button.
The Brits. We call this a film because the medium on which it is conveyed is a thin film of celluloid. Americans. It's a movie 'cause photo moves. We call it autumn, from the Latin autumnus, from the ancient Etruscan root autu, with the connotations of the passing of the year. Americans. We call it fall 'cause leaves fall down.
Leaf do fall down.
Brits. We call it a biscuit, from the French "baie" and "skit," twice baked, because they were originally cooked in a two-fold process, baking a larger piece and then slow cooking pieces of it. Americans. We call it cookie because you cook it.
It's so dumb.
Makes perfect sense to me.
I mean, it does. I'm not saying it doesn't. It's really funny.
Sorry, Britain. If you wanted the respect for these things, you should have kept the Empire.
They had more important things to worry about at the time. Or so they thought. Oh, well.
Oh, there's I think a wizard somewhere.
No, there wouldn't be at the same time.
Ugh.
Oh no! Oh, but he shot me through a wall.
He's just
He's
constantly
having
got
a
his face
temper
away.
tantrum. Where'd he
That's
go?
me.
Ow! Well, that is a shame.
Oh.
About his insides.
Hellbrute, arch enemy's minions have been brought to heel.
Well, that could have gone worse.
I am in pain.
I was in pain, but now I don't really feel much of
A
anything.
stim.
Indexing list of potential replacements.
I was trying to parry him, but he looked directly at me.
Oh, I wanted to headshot him, and he wouldn't look at me. He was determined to keep his back to me for 90% of that fight.
Faithful bones lie in perpetual grace, a slumber promised to all. Browsing catafalque. Ability index too high. Seeking another candidate.
I'm alive in the center room, but alive. All right, cool. Coming in.
To be remembered in death is the reward of a life well spent. Scanning sarcophagus. Joyce. Canonization period will be exceeded by 11 decades. Proceed with reinterment, Minister. Access rights granted by Captain Akaran. Consecration seals unbound. The way opens. Return to the console. Waste nothing, brothers.
See, I end up using that thing semi-auto sometimes too. I don't think it's bad.
What, the plasma pistol?
No. Heavy bolt rifle.
Ah.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I didn't need full auto, and yeah. There's enough small dudes.
Oh, that's a Terminator.
I found the gene seed.
Did you pick it up?
No, not yet. I'm waiting for us to get through this fight first.
Big old bouquet of oopsie daisies before we were able to pick it up. Stop it.
Alright, well, I've got a hold of it.
Okay. Also, did not know this. Taking a different banner buff aside from the one that gets people up does not do the entire health
Healing
bar
tank,
contested.
yep.
I did not know. Cool.
No, that explains why you haven't been doing that this time.
Nope.
I was about to point it out, but then I was like, nah, he probably knows.
Airborne target on my auspex. A Helldrake. That Helldrake has us in its sights. Let
Ah.
the Helldrake beat
Helldrake.
its chest. We will bend.
Hmm.
Not much cover from its veil thing.
Anybody want the...
Located
Jimmy?
Yes.
The Helldrake lines us up for a shot.
Now that I have this stupid thing.
To feel that creature's burn.
Armory data's here. We have fully acquired everything we need.
All right, it is
More
time
things.
to leave.
That it is indeed. Peekaboo. This section is so Demon Souls.
Yeah. The bridge even curves the same way as that first one from Demon Souls.
Oh boy.
God damn it. Oh, I guess I can't shoot the bars. That's a shame.
Oh, this is a problem. We should probably group up on Sandblaze and head downstairs.
Running through. I will not sing it because it has been sung by many other people many different times, and I'm sure you can look up a video of a Space Marine singing that. In fact, I know you can look up a video of a Space Marine singing that. I've done that myself.
Oh my god!
Come here, you. How did you miss? Okay. Well, we lived. Look
Ouchie.
at that.
We honored our prime mountain. Resources acquired.
There should be an ammo box in the next station up ahead.
God. I have no more bullets. Bullets are a myth.
Stay back.
Oh, it's a termite. My life for the cause.
I really did that.
We all needed it, buddy. I'm sorry. Ben.
No! Doki. Cool.
What happened to you?
Warp Flamer dude decided to do his crazy, like, super fire
Right.
thing right after I tried to do a dodge attack.
I won't.
So I did the dodge attack, got stuck in the animation.
Okay. Holy shit. That was
And
almost
you can't,
really, really bad.
yeah, you can't dodge cancel. So he got me with that. And when it hit me, just because of the angle that I was at, instead of knocking me away from him, it knocked me towards the wall. So I got hit by the second wave, and yeah, like, kind of like that. I didn't really have a say in it.
I cannot see my health bar.
This run is cursed.
We can make it, brother.
Okay. Spawn on top of us.
Just flee. Just run.
It's just one dude.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, hi. There's a stem here. Along with the ammo crate.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Just through the emergent gameplay, sometimes this game creates the most Space Marine moments.
Yeah.
I was just walking through the frickin' warp flamer, trying to get the enough headshots.
Okay.
We need to go.
We need to go.
Shit. I do need to check the outside though.
Put anything between yourselves and the Helltank's attack.
Well, shit.
Kills a whole mess load of dudes doing that.
Here comes a rush for another pass.
Damn, they're really not giving us any mercy.
There's so many particle effects, I can't see shit. Sandblaze, we gotta go.
I got just killing this last Rubric Marine here.
I made it all the way to the end. I'm coming back for you guys.
Okay.
I haven't found anything. No stim, no relic, no nothing.
That's a shame.
Take cover! The demon engine engages with flame!
Okay, let's go.
Expect some heat. Scorch assault! Get down!
La-di-da-di-da. There's a sorcerer up here.
Oh man, run! Come on. Come on. There's stims back here.
St. Lankai's chosen relics radiate.
X?
Yeah, there's stims here. Ow.
Okay. All right.
Slow and steady.
Praise be to the Omnissiah. Interact with corresponding.
Thank God, someone with eyes.
I told you, man, that's been getting me every time we walk in this room.
Praise be to the Omnissiah.
Like, oh, thank.
Cleansing rites successful. Your deeds will be immortalized in the archives. We have disabled the warp beacon.
Hit motherfucker.
Connected yet.
I'm
Oh, there
sorry.
he is.
No, I'm not wigging out. It's remember that issue that had like a couple weeks ago where your voices started cracking up and then everything else in the speakers started cracking up and then it just got progressively worse. Cool. I still haven't found a way to stop that because it's really indeterminate on what the fuck causes it. The only thing that is consistent is if computer is on for X amount of time, it will start happening. And I don't fucking know where the correlation is. I thought it was the correlation of drops in bitrate because it happened after a heavy drop in bitrate. I think yesterday. Okay, cool. Well, it must be when the bitrate drops. So I'll just keep an eye on the bitrate and then, you know, see what happens from there. I've been staring at the bitrate this entire time. I haven't had a dip below 5500 and now it's fucking doing it again. I know it's not the speaker because I plugged the speaker into other shit. I know it's not the cable because I've used the cable in other shit. And I bought a pair of headphones, so I guess I'll be able to check if it's the max actual 3.5 jack. But it's still just really fucking frustrating, and I hate it.
Could be the port, like what you have it plugged into, or could be your sound card.
I don't know, but it's bothering the hell out of me, and I know it'll be fixed if I reset the Mac. But, you know, we're in the middle of the stream, so I'm not going to do that.
Let us fell this abomination like a beast of old earth.
Look at how upset that thing. Why are you wasting bullets shooting at it from here?
I felt like it. I have a lot of them. So why not?
I make fuck you walk, you didn't hit the wrong room.
Yeah, I can tell.
The signs correspond perfectly.
Stop that.
Alright, get ready.
I am ready, brother.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay.
You think you were just gonna stand in that? No.
That was instantaneous death.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What happened?
No, I'm hitting the button and I get hit with a fucking
Oh.
out of nowhere and I lose through all my armor and I lose almost all of my HP.
Okay, we need the cross.
Right here.
Fucking Jesus.
Damn it.
God damn it. Okay.
Oh.
Wow. I'm rolling away from something and then spawn fucking kills me.
Alright, 100 seconds. You got this. I trademark believe
Promise
in you.
I don't.
Oh, and I get stun locked.
I
Cool.
trademark sort of believe in you. 80 seconds.
Why can't I? Not the time to get stuck. Okay.
Man, it's just like the first game. $60 seconds. Clutch that shit. 1-800, are you clutching?
His butt cheeks.
I said clutch, not clench.
Same thing.
Max, are you firmly grasping your butt cheeks?
What the hell?
That was really weird. 30 seconds. $15 seconds.
Oh my god.
Motherfucker,
that-
are you serious? Jeez.
Okay, oh, never mind. Backing up, backing up, backing up.
Going to grab ammo.
Yeah, no, same. I need to grab ammo. Don't hit that last button just yet. There's also chaos behind me. I'm completely out of primary ammo.
Oh, that's a Terminator.
Extremists of some kind.
Oh, well, kill that before anything else.
Reloading. Dead. Oh, fuck.
God bless.
Armory data.
That was so cursed.
Like the whole time.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end stream and then restart the Mac because it's starting to fucking really piss me off. All right, everybody.
it.
I will see you. I believe.